Time to die. Molly!
Yay, go friends.
Yeah, I'm going for Molly. They're dying rapidly. Ah!
Yarr.
Yeah, their old, outdated units just don't stand a chance. The game keeps fucking freezing. We're just getting like full-on freezes now. The moment I started moving my troops, these freezes started.
We need reinforcements.
I'm at the capital. Come on. This is gonna be the longest day ever. Oh my god. Only some light infantry left on that capital. And the capital's dead. I don't know how much capital taking it's gonna take, but they've moved it once. And there you go. Now that I have Mali, I can build up a lot more of the infrastructure. Connect a lot more shit, because Mali had a lot of shit. Still mostly empty desert, but areas I can build. Mauritania is like the next really big one. My unit's pathfinding's doing something weird after every war now. Every war, after it ends, they all just bum rush it for the border of the nearest nation. Some sort of logic in the AI pathfinding is fundamentally broken in this save file right now. Because it always does that. They all just immediately run for the next border. Like they don't realize that that's not hostile. Ooh, some techs I can buy. The US doesn't usually have techs I can buy. There must have been a non-tradable that stood in my way. They have even more. Oh my god. I was behind some sort of non-tradable gate for a little bit clearly because they have all this stuff I don't have in science and tech. All the non-war stuff. Holy crap, a whole bunch more just opened up as well. God, I didn't realize how far behind I was. Just to check, did they have this stuff? No, they didn't have this stuff. Interesting. Wow, so they're behind that same gate that I was. And now there's all this other crap just opening up. And there's more. Oh, the refits. What the fuck is that? There's Spain. Declaring war on Panama. Hey, he's gonna connect it. You had a merchant marine in the canal while you declared war.
I didn't see it.
Look at the brave Panamanians rushing forward. Wow, I can see so much like light infantry and stuff that you've captured from these wars, just running away from the front lines. Step on Balboa. Panama! Why? They literally just called it Panama. I know it's supposed to be like Panama City, but... Hey, you took that just in time to stop a Russian Kirov from sailing through it. Look at that pretty connection.
Yeah, I'm connected.
Economy's still doing alright, so I'm gonna place some hydro. I already just placed another 2. Still trying to avoid cities, which I usually don't, and I might just stop doing that eventually, but definitely want to place some more down in my loyal territory at least. Not that disloyalty has much of a problem now that my domestic approval is already over 60% all the time. I don't know, it's just neater this way. There should be a button that just says, like, give 100 billion to everyone I'm allied with. Just as a quick, like, here, make everybody like me again button. So you don't have to go to everyone individually.
Wow, what's the UK doing? See a whole lot of troops coming out of London.
Something.
It's Egypt. He's going for Egypt.
How the hell do you know that?
I hovered over them and
Just
looked
keep
at where they were going.
But first, before that...
Bangladesh! Hey, don't fuck this one up. Look at all those ships. Look at the march. Look at the march. Look at the freeze! Look at the freeze!
Oh, hell, my freeze.
Yeah, Bangladesh should fall. Easy. I remember invading this in the Muslim playthrough. I hope you're colonizing this.
Yes, I am.
Because its fucking population is retarded. Just taking it over for a second is gonna hurt your fucking inflation. It's awful. So much population, such a tiny area. It can't even support itself. Ugh. They're shooting missiles at your ships. Why do the Bangladesians have so many missiles? Also, I don't know what they're actually called, but I'm calling them Bangladesians.
Yeah, but why the hell are my ships not shooting missiles back?
Do your ships have any more missiles on them? And what missiles are on them? Some of them I do see have missiles, but what missiles? Missiles target different things. They might have anti-air or anti-ship missiles on them. Oh, the supply. The supply is brutal. Those units on the front are just out of bullets. You might want to take, like, the whole front line and just run them back into Myanmar. They may not have bullets, but they have fuel.
Do you want the Spanish help with Egypt, by the way?
Maybe, maybe not. I'll see.
Yeah, I'm sending some forces.
Oh, he's sending a lot. Whew. They're gonna get there before you do. I feel like he's gonna outnumber you in your own invasion.
Yeah, let me at least try. Dear God.
Stand in reserve over by Benghazi, and then see if he fucking dies. And then if he does die, just rush in, and as you go in to save the day, you scream, "Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition." I just meant to send the front line. You sent your whole army back. Haha.
Yeah, they were all out of bullets anyway.
Chittagong has a lot of supply on it right now, until they take it. Dun dun dun! They're moving. They're moving! The rush! Who'll get there first? Find out next freeze! Hey! Now charge. Oh! I saw one of your missiles fire. These come from the plane. Yeah, you have a lot of anti-ship missiles, clearly. Because your missiles are only targeting ships. And they're fucking one-shotting the ships. Oh, hey! Anti-land missile. You have some. God, missiles are so powerful. Speaking of missiles, let's see. Strategic targeting.
He's going out all out.
Nuke! Dude, the nuking is obnoxious in this game. It flashes the whole fucking screen. Alright, dude, play Russian roulette, right? So, you take Egypt, and then you have to flip a coin. And if it lands on heads, you have to attack Israel immediately.
I don't think I can do that, Hal.
God, there's so many Spanish troops. Why is your army so large?
I have 1,100 troops out now.
Thank God I have a max supply hex over there. You're gonna need it.
But I won't do nothing if he doesn't ask for it.
You just stand and watch. Even as he's down to his last unit, and he's like, wait, I can do it. You just stand and watch.
Yeah.
And then when he dies, you remind him, you see this whole army? I could have done it.
I'm gonna take it.
Oh yeah, that's when you declare war, just to rub it in his face.
That would be amazing.
Did you go out of your way to get those tractors?
What?
You have supply trucks, the M8 tractors. Did you go out of your way to like get those, or did you have those at the beginning?
I think I had those.
Bangladesh false.
I can't remember buying those, actually.
UK is finally down to like our treaty integrity levels. Oh my god, so many troops. Oh, it's the Spanish and the British, but it's all like American units.
At least move your forces out of the way so I can see mine.
I will send them to Benghazi.
I have really a lot of supply in this region because I have 2 seaports next to each other on full supply hexes. Oh, Spain. Oh, Spain, I'm sorry. I'm the top producer of oil now.
No!
And I still haven't touched most of my oil. It's great because I'm pretty confident there are more Spanish in Libya right now than there are Brits. And I can't wait to see how this goes. The first thing there is to take on the other side of the border is a barracks. So that would be very handy. So just as a reminder, I have transit with Egypt, so they might pull something funky, but I doubt it.
It's so strange to see the UK with Abrams.
Yeah, and Spain!
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, the UK has pretty good designs, you know? Spain does not.
I'm still using French designs. I think I'm researching another one right now.
Better than the Abrams?
Oh, I found it! It's the AMX-36. I'm missing land combat stealth designs, which finishes soon.
The best thing that I can find with you is now the Lac Lurk or something.
Yeah, that's the current one that I use. It's a slightly older French tank than the AMX. I found the tech for missile defense satellites, and I am years away from it. To war! The French are on the march. The French are marching in. French, the French, the French, the French, the French!
And the French win.
Really?
Don't say.
I wonder how they could lose. We're fighting Senegal, and Senegal has a decent amount of troops they're throwing at me, but it's not going to be enough. Just for fun. I'm going to send some airplanes just for fun. Yeah. I'd say that went pretty well. Now I charge. Oh my god, they've cut me off. They all charged for 1 point while I wasn't looking. Oh no. Now I'm taking everything that they didn't defend. Now they're coming in behind there, too. But it doesn't matter, because I'm just slaughtering everything anyway. They, like, dogpiled into the barracks of this Tambacounda place. Reinforcements arriving!
Is there any way to stop the missiles from automatically being loaded on the ships?
Yeah, in the ROE. Just tell them not to accept auto-deployed missiles. Still haven't taken Tambacounda, because they just had so much stuff in the barracks there. It just pops out, and you have to chew through it one by one.
We took their capital.
I took the capital! Ah! Afghanistan and the Bahamas formed an alliance. They moved their capital. I took it immediately. They surrender! Oh, I've unlocked the advanced solar. Oh, electricity is actually profitable to sell. That's good, because I'm importing it. Wow. A little oil derrick I can place there. And here. Yeah, what the fuck? Okay, maybe not here. I can't place anything here. I think just no supply has reached there yet. Yeah, just no supply reached there yet.
You know what you could do, Narfi?
What?
With that massive glob of troops that you have, there's one thing I am lacking, and that is air defense. So do you have any SAM sites you can bring forward?
The Rapiers are not going to hit any planes, though. Yeah, none of the AA he has down there can hit planes. I was going to say, if you need a second airbase, there's one to the south. It's full. There's another one to the south. All the way to the south. And another similar distance to the west. There's one thing missiles can be good for, too. Missiles can launch at airplanes from land and sea projection.
Well, they only have one air production, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem.
It's not, well, I mean, keep in mind, they've had a while to build up, so I'm expecting some aircraft. I don't have any surface-to-air missiles I can launch.
You have so many interceptors over here. I feel like these could maintain you some good air superiority. Oh, he's bringing in helicopters. Spanish have brought Apaches.
Yeah.
It's not going to help against planes, but as long as you can have like the interceptors to maintain air superiority, you don't need anti-air necessarily. I'm looking at their deployed air power right now, and there's not a whole lot of it. They have a couple planes, but they seem to be heavier on helicopters. I certainly don't think they could put up with your interceptor force with what they have. Like, the best thing they have is oh wait, no, that's a tactical bomber. They have an older French multi-role. Yeah, they have French multi-roles, and that's about all that can hurt your fighters. Otherwise, they have like patrol planes and tac bombers, which your interceptors could make quick work of. There's not that much room at that airbase, Spain. Go follow the road to the south of the British Army, or to the west, the northwest of where those planes are. And there's more air bases there. Actually, there's another one to the southwest of that air base.
No, it's fine there.
There's so many fighters. Oh my god. Yeah, you have... you got plenty. Ooh, even the fucking load-in just took a fucking minute.
Do I need to get my units from Mexico to Egypt?
You might want to send a few more, yeah. And actually put them on the front.
I remember last time he's like, hey, can you move your units away? Because I want to have like a challenge here, you know? He does a fucking test run after you leave. And now he's like, hey, could you actually take all your units here, put them on the front, and you know what? Any other units you have lying around, can you just bring those too? Do you mind? Can you just... With this many units, Shibi, you're going to definitely want to open multiple fronts. You might want to utilize Sudan. Technically speaking,
Alright, the Spanish are moving.
one of you could maintain one front and the other could maintain the other. You know, like one person goes up through Sudan, the other through my territory.
Oh, from the south?
Yeah. Well, if someone goes through the south, it should probably be him, because then he could just fight through your territory. Whereas you have to open the front on mine. Yeah, you could put like a fucking... some sort of supply hub on that southern border along the... well, near the border with Saudi Arabia. Down there in Sudan, northeast corner. And then, like, Spain could do a fucking strike up northwest along the road to the Nile. And then head up north along the Nile, whereas you take this front.
That sounds like a good plan.
At the northeast, there's also a dock we can use, maybe.
In the canal zone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not risk that. You don't know which of all those ships piled up in Egypt's sea territory there has a mutual defense with them. And if even one of them does, no troops are making it to that port. The only other easy front is to go through Israel.
Okay, I'm building a supply hub along the northeastern border of Sudan.
Well, those fucking Spanish forces. Jesus Christ. Why don't you just build like an airbase and then a supply depot or two? That will max out supply on the Hex all by itself. I think just... yeah, maybe 2 supply depots.
Yeah, airbase would be nice there.
Just litter airfields all throughout Sudan. See, Narfi, wouldn't it have been so useful if he connected the northern part of his Sudan to my rail system here? Wouldn't that have been so nice? But he said he didn't need it.
Yeah, it would.
But no, now you have to go south all the way around Sudan. Oh, now he's connecting it. Now!
Too late.
Yeah, you haven't even connected your ass end up yet.
Well, there was nothing to connect it to. I like how your troops are like specifically following the rail lines until eventually they just split off completely and try to get onto a road network. See a lot of the Spanish troops arriving from literally everywhere. Oh my god, there's so many.
More Spanish than British, I think.
Yeah, way more Spanish than British. Jesus Christ. Where's the rest of the British?
Scattered throughout the world.
I see a couple more Brits, I think, on the way.
The British have taken over Egypt. 5 million Spanish died.
Sounds like China's involvement in the Korean War. The Korean War was a stalemate. Each side lost about 250,000, and then China lost 1 million. When did they get in the war? Oh, after it was pretty much done, actually. Hopefully a lot more. Otherwise, this is gonna be the fucking Spanish Inquisition of Egypt. He has so much stuff coming, the only thing that's gonna hold him back is supply lines.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that, actually.
Going up the Nile is at least pretty easy supply-wise. Going...
Speaking of supplies, Rez, why don't you do like you suggested to me? Why don't you build like a supply depot with another airbase and whatnot right there on the border?
Because there's already a supply depot on the border.
Build another one.
There's literally, where those British planes keep flying up and landing, a 100% max supply hex. And along this road, it pretty much projects very well. And it will spill over into your territory. I feel like this is going to be so overkill.
We need it.
You didn't run into that much trouble in the test playthrough until you charged everything in and got surrounded. As long as you actually keep your supply line open to my supply hub, then you're good. Or so long as you actually capture that barracks in front of you. Because last time you got stuck in between my territory and that barracks. Their whole fucking, like, Egyptian force started using that barracks, and that was your problem. You couldn't push through them. I see the whole Spanish Navy is arriving as well.
I don't know who I'm fighting, so I'm bringing everything.
We're just gonna go around placing more hydro at this point.
Get my fleet mobilized too.
My inflation's at about 8% right now. It's not excessive. It could go higher. And I think that's the rest of my loyal hydro building, with the exception of spots on cities, which I'd like to just use for other things anyway. In terms of non-loyal territory, I don't actually have an excessive amount of more hydro spots, not that it matters. I have the advanced solar stuff, and this playthrough is so laggy it won't be going on for much longer anyway. I wonder how hilariously less laggy a World War II playthrough would be, because I think the difference would be major. Had we done like a full Axis playthrough kind of thing.
I think I'll be Germany. Okay, Narfi, yeah, like, I don't think we need that many troops. I mean, it's gonna be a fight, but I think we got enough.
Hey, you told him to bring everything in Mexico.
Yeah, I asked.
So he did. It's not his fault you didn't look at Mexico. I'm just amazed that they were crossing the ocean so quickly. If we did do a triple Axis playthrough, as a co-op playthrough, what would your preferred country be, Narfi?
I don't know. I really don't mind, actually. I think Japan... what year do you want to start then?
36.
Japan is the strongest then.
That pretty much just perfectly places me as Italy.
Again.
I'll be the weakest link. I salute. Don't worry, Shibi. I can handle Africa. You trust me, right? You trust me, right?
Sure, hopefully
You think I'm Britain.
Oh yeah, one thing that happened in the test run was that the moment all the units started moving, the fucking game just froze. He's like, oh my god. I'm like, yeah, you see why I said we don't need like a big bang of a finish? Because imagine every superpower started doing these kinds of movements. The game wouldn't even run. Inflation's at 8.4. I'm building 100 hydro plants, which is hilarious. And that's what's pretty much fueling all my inflation right now. I got my troops moving. I'm gonna invade Mauritania and wipe this little chunk out. Big landmass acquisition for my African territorial conquest. Now let's declare us a little war. I got my troops moving in on the south. I'm also getting some movement up on the north.
Right, Tana?
Capture this little border town. It's all gonna open up to us. We're gonna go right on the capital. Should be pretty easy. Up in the north, I'm just gonna acquire whatever they're not guarding. We're already basically up on the capital. Their troops' efficiency is terrible. I can't tell if that's efficiency or ammo. Let's go ahead and get this little
Yeah, I just
town
want
as
to
well.
wait.
And I took the capital. That was pretty simple. They're on the run, just in mass. They're all running up to this little barracks.
Till
Let's get a big charge going on that barracks then.
the air base finished.
I'm also going to want to connect these road systems here. Well, that can come after, but I might as well start on that one now, because it's right in front of me. Here's their new capital. Not at all where I expected it to be, but hey, look, they gave up. They're dead. They're done. I win. Now I'm going to go around connecting a lot of their stuff together.
Well, I do have a mill cap now.
The highest deployed military out of anybody.
I have 3 times more men than fighting in your war than you have in your war.
Just the Egyptians going, what the fuck are all those UK and Spanish troops doing on our border?
Whoa, it looks like the Spanish are mounting for an invasion. And there's some British over there, too. We make a grand railroad stretching across this desert here. A grand railroad that I'll connect at, like, multiple points. There's just so much open desert here and so much that I could connect. I'm gonna go ahead and actually connect a lot of it to make like this intricate desert crossing rail web. There, I'm even connecting it over here. Does this look big and intricate enough? I think so. Rails are actually a lot lower maintenance than actually just building supply hubs and or roads, so even though it's big and grandiose, I mean, it's not the most expensive thing I could be doing.
I didn't realize I was short on ore and coal.
So busy conquering, you're not paying attention to your own country. What's the matter with you? By the way, guys, I'm building 100 hydro plants at once, and my economy's stable at about 8%.
That's nice.
100, yes. And there's no industry goods shortage. Availability is excellent. Modern day is a hell of a drug.
What's your production of industry goods?
45,000. I'm consuming like 120,000. Probably get some more industry goods production down somewhere. Let's say right here next to Bordeaux.
Hey, I'm up next border.
Oh look, a village that could be connected by road but isn't. Let's fix that. Probably pretty easy to check. just one land production, and that's about it. Building a little roadway system along this river, connecting some more villages that don't need to be connected, but why not? Yay, hydro is finishing. I wonder how much electricity I'll produce when all this hydro is done.
Do you want to try first by yourself, or do you want help immediately?
No, go in.
Alright, so this might be too much work for you to want to do, but just a suggestion, right? You're going to have naval superiority over here anyway, and air superiority, certainly. Have you considered, like, having a amphibious invasion along the road to the east of Marsa, that little town with the barracks that's in between me and the capital, just to hold off anyone that's coming from that direction until you can claim the barracks while supporting them with your carriers and your air forces and using like supply planes to keep those units supplied? Or are you just gonna bum rush everything down the road?
As awesome as the strategy as that is, yeah, I don't think I have my carriers are still over in fucking Indochina.
Well, there's a Spanish carrier off the coast. Multiple. Just floating around. Honestly, you'd think the Spanish Navy fucking ruled this area. Even though I own most of it. You're just over here littering my Mediterranean. Oh, just put me out of a job, why don't you?
Spain, I have a deal for you.
You want tax?
God damn, you have a lot.
You want more?
You have a shitload. And more. Give it to me, baby.
France is even more than me.
Look the other way. This is my dragon's hoard. I worked hard on it.
There.
What did I just say? Fine, take it.
Hey, but I paid for it, so there.
Greedy capitalist pig. Now you have money, you think you can do anything?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm amazed with the fact that there's any British troops at all on that southern border. And that they're not just all up in the north.
Yeah, I thought we agreed that I took the south and you take the west. Not
Okay.
that doesn't matter, but
Oh god, I can't wait to see how terribly the clogging of these roadways is going to be with this many troops. This is going to be... Like, thank God you're building these supply hubs, so at least you have something on the border to spread supply, but oh my god. Why are you even going by land? Why don't you just sail through the Suez like a normal human being? Let me go take over my next target. Oh, wait, let me get rid of some of these old units. And then go take over my next target, which is going to be Guinea-Bissau, which should be a fairly easy conquest. It has almost nothing, really. It's just a small, tiny African nation, barely populated. It's just a former colony that I'm gonna grab to expand my empire. You know, I make a personal point that anytime I say the phrase, my empire, I want to sound as much like Anakin as I possibly can.
To my new empire.
Your new empire? Speaking of my new empire, just Guinea-Bissau, just an African nation with a whole lot of nothing. Another former colony. And the capital is already about to fall, and it's dead. Yep, there you go. Slaughtering their units as they're coming out of the barracks. They're all dead. I captured everything in the city in the whole country in like 3 hours. I'm already building new road systems, and the country hasn't even surrendered yet. Despite being completely wiped out. There you go. Now it's surrendered. Now I can finish my roads. That was a nice, easy conquest.
It's always nice when it's easy.
Ah, yes. Better an easy bitch than one that makes you work for it. Same thing with Myanmar, actually. But at least the whole name displays on the map, unlike Bangladesh, which gets cut off at the E before the sh at the end.
So it's just Bangla.
Bangladesh. Why is there a fucking ship from Thailand over by Western Africa? Oh, Nigeria is completely out of money, by the way.
Oh, they are they?
Like, completely. They're bleeding, like, millions of population every year. They're completely out of money. You've exploited them into non-existence. Give it enough years and that Nigeria will end up with literally no population whatsoever. I'm sure the US is gaining all of the fucking pop from it. Yeah. Alright, you guys are fucking copycats. Alright? I do that. That's how I describe it. You just take something and go, oh, you just it right up. And now you guys are just left and right copying me. And now you're both more populated than me, even though I've declared the most wars. Fucking Africa.
Yeah. We have bigger ambitions.